Good morning, everybody. This is Al Johnson from the Al Johnson Show, and like I said, I promised I wouldn't be late on this one. And guys, I just want to come up here and give my thoughts and talk about episode 2 of Secret Invasion on Disney Plus. And folks, if you still want to be a part of the journey, or you still want to come along for the ride that is the Al Johnson Show, then make sure you do the following. Please make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and click the notification bell whenever new videos are released. Alright, let's begin. So, episode 2 of Secret Invasion. After wrestling with it and thinking about it, I will honestly say that to me, this is for me neck and neck. It was neck and neck with episode 1 as far as like personal favorite, but I'm gonna say right now I prefer this one over the first one. I mean, just the whole thing. I mean, listen. It's like I've said before. I enjoy the MCU like I enjoy my cookies. I enjoy very different flavors of the same variety, or in this case, the same franchise. And I've seen the discourse online about the show, how it's boring and there's not a lot of Marvel flashiness to it. And ironically, the same people who are complaining about that also complain that in these flashy Marvel movies like, Quantumania, Thor: Love and Thunder, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, there was all these complaints about, where's the human element? Where's the character-driven narrative for these stories? So here we have a character-driven story involving Nick Fury and Gravik in them, and people want to complain. And also, oddly enough, I see this article all over Facebook talking about people complaining about Secret Invasion shows that Marvel fans don't know what they want from Marvel Studios. And I thought to myself, that's strangely accurate. Now for me, listen, I'm not going to be all like, well, what I want from the MCU is this. No, because then that would be too demanding of me if I were to say that. Now, the only thing I would want Marvel to do is to keep giving me is to keep freshening things up. Keep giving me different things to where I know it's the MCU, but I'm enjoying this aspect of it. I'm enjoying this side of it. Now, whether I like it or not, that's irrelevant. I mean, look at She-Hulk. That was basically a lawyer procedural. That was a lawyer sitcom. Was it? Yeah, like a lawyer sitcom in the MCU. And I think overall for me, that aspect didn't work. I like the character, but that aspect didn't work. You look at Thor: Love and Thunder. That was basically a rom-com in the MCU. And to me, that aspect worked. And in the case of Secret Invasion, it is a paranoid spy thriller. Basically an adult Marvel drama, even though it's the MCU, and it's working for me. I mean, like, to me, like, you know how good you are, even though it's the MCU. Where to me, the best parts about this episode was the talking. And you know how people complain, too much talking, give me the action. Well, when you do get the action, it makes sense. But for me, the talking was the best part of the episode. I mean, the talk between Talos and Nick Fury on the train, tell me something I don't know. Come on now. And look, I've grown up with Samuel L. Jackson, so I know he's a good actor. So seeing him in a different light as Nick Fury, showing his acting prowess, it's like next level. And just like the things they were saying to each other was really compelling. The Skrull Council meeting, where where we get to see the mindset of Kingsley Ben-Adir as Gravik. That was compelling because honestly, you see the gears working in his favor about why he does what he does. I mean, yes, I understand it's to the whole we're gonna take over Earth, and yes, that whole idea has been done to death. But to me, if you keep coming up with different ways about it, then I wouldn't mind it. But just the way Kingsley Ben-Adir talks to the other council members, and just the way he gets his point across, it's just something to me that's like, wow. I understand why he's doing that. I just don't like it. And speaking of Kingsley Ben-Adir, I know in a few weeks he's going to be bombarded with comments about how he's just Ken because he's one of the Kens in the Barbie movie. But for me, him as Gravik is some amazing acting. It's really amazing acting. Also, the conversation between Nick Fury and Rhodey, War Machine. Come on. Now, of course, you know, because it hit different. Now I know for others it won't hit different, but I thought it hit for me. And just like the way they, you know, just the way they spoke to each other. And it's surprising that Don Cheadle said, "Oh, I never worked with Samuel L. Jackson before this. I've always wanted to work with Samuel L. Jackson. So this was a great opportunity to work with Samuel L. Jackson." I'm like, really? And the way you see these guys act, it's almost like you guys have worked with each other before, but it's like, oh no, this is the first time they work together. What? And just what was the line? I'm Nick Fury. Even when I'm out, I'm in. Come on now. But like I said, if you guys still want your action stuff, there is action to be had. I mean, Olivia Colman, listen, that British lady is equal parts charming and disturbing in the torture scene when she's torturing the Skrull for information. It's like, Jesus. And the action part of it, where Gravik and his second hand go to save him, but then give him the two behind, they give him the shot behind the barn so no one sees, because he gave him up. And like, also speaking of Gravik, look at his acting in certain scenes, and look at his eyes, and you can tell what he's thinking. It's all about the eyes. Look at the eyes. But also, I want to highlight also three things that I thought were really special. The beginning scene, which went back to the 90s after Captain Marvel 1, which I gotta see that movie, and showing how come there's like basically like the escalation of why the show's happening from like 1997, I believe it was. Then the whole idea about, from what I've read, the Super Skrull in the MCU. You know, I read that the whole point of the Super Skrull was that it took powers from the Fantastic Four. Well, in the MCU, we don't have Fantastic Four yet, but we'll take different elements from other beings and we'll use that for the Super Skrull. I don't know what that's gonna look like. I don't know what that's gonna look like, but I'm curious. And then the ending. The ending, where also bit of a spoiler for this part. The ending where Nick Fury goes back to his private home, and his wife is waiting for him, and she's refused to be a Skrull. Now, there are like lots of theories online that maybe he don't know she's a Skrull, but I think he does. I think he does know he is Skrull. No, she's a Skrull. Pardon me. How do I know? I think honestly, why would I know that he knows that she's a Skrull? Maybe this is just me speaking, but I noticed that when, you know, the wife is like, "Oh, are you forgetting something?" I noticed in her voice, because in the beginning scene when she introduces Nick Fury to Gravik, I heard the voice. So looking back from hearing the voice, it's like, oh, this must be the wife. Now, as far as what that means going forward, I don't know. But like I said, guys, right now for me, I enjoyed episode 2 more than the episode 1. And honestly, for me, I'm digging the show. Again, that's just me. I know it's not for everybody. I know people don't want slow burn spy thrillers with barely any action. You want the action. Well, if you want the big action, that might wait later on. Who knows? Maybe next week, or excuse me, maybe this Wednesday for episode 3, you might get the big action, or not. But anyway, folks, that's my thoughts on episode 2 of Secret Invasion. I'm digging the show. Now again, this is only 2 episodes. It could start to go downhill after this. I hope not. But folks, that's it for tonight. For now, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Click the notification bell to be notified whenever new videos are released. And as always, thank you guys for watching. And hope you all enjoying Secret Invasion. And remember, I'm Nick Fury. Even when I'm out, I'm in.